What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. I'm out here cooking up some steaks and some chicken, and I figured, hey, why don't I answer a few questions on another episode of Cooking with Napalm? First off, just to address any confusion, it is me. I have gotten rid of most of the beard and the mustache because I did a strongman show yesterday and I wanted to look a little bit more presentable than normal. So the beard's cool and all, but I had enough. I've moved on. Maybe I'll bring it back later. When you have beard power as much as I do, you can just shut it down, turn it back on whenever you want to. Alright, so today's questions all have to do with nail bending or steel bending. First one's from Muffinator1111. Hey Jed, I do a lot of body weight strength training, but I never really focus on grip. Practicing nail bending seems like a really old school and unique way to build hand strength as well as body tension. Would you say it's a good skill to implement into my training and give me added strength on the pull-up bar? Absolutely, without a doubt, I would say that the answer is no. While nail bending is good for testing your wrist strength, testing your will, your mental strength, and and it gets your upper body into it, it's not something that's going to bring up your pull-ups. It's not something that's going to increase your grip strength all that much, at least not in the way that you're looking for, as far as holding onto the bar, endurance-wise, things along those lines. It does make your hands strong, but I don't see it being something that's going to carry over too much to your pull-ups. I would focus on other drills that are specifically designed to bring up your pulling strength. Diego Flores writes, hey Jed, I'm looking into getting into nail bending and of course was directed to you. Thanks, brother. Just curious as to the main differences between the ebook and DVD, aside from the obvious visuals. Is it the same info but for visual learners? Does the DVD have updates that may have been missed in the ebook? I do not think I'm able to get both at this time. That's why I ask. Thanks again. Hey, great questions, and thanks for your interest in my products. I do have a nail bending ebook and a nail bending DVD. The nail bending ebook actually has much more information that a beginning bender would need in order to excel, or at least in order to get started properly. Especially as far as full-on progressions through the beginner level into mastery levels of bars, you're going to have a lot more information there. There's a ramp-up program and different things like that that set the nail bending ebook apart. Where the DVD comes in, though, is actual physical demonstration. So while the ebook has still shots that show you the basic positions that you're going to start and end in and throughout the different techniques of bending, the DVD is going to put everything in action so you can see how it's done on actual bars. Both are excellent resources. Either one of them will help you. It just depends on, like you said, whether you're a visual learner or not. The Chug Dude says, hey Jed, I was wondering where I should get my wraps and what kind of material you would recommend. If you're just going to do bending and try to bend the biggest bar possible, my absolute best recommendation is suede leather. You can get it from Michael's or any place where, like a craft store where you can buy leather. Leather materials, craft materials, and things like that. Vegans, if you're against using suede, then what you can do is use imitation leather, but I've never used that and I've heard it's really hard to use. What I started using when I began was just towels, but they get holes in them and they put you at risk for injury, so I don't necessarily recommend that unless you're going to wrap it with some form of cordura, which is a material that you can buy. It's exactly what Iron Mine wraps are made out of, and you can buy it from them or other sources, and it allows you to get a better barrier when you're using the towels. The combination of towels and cordura are great because they give you the padding as well as injury prevention. And then finally, Isaac Clark says, well, I prefer underhand because it seems to be much harder than double overhand. Whenever I see someone starting to put a nail under his chin, I just turn off the video. That's your prerogative. I'm not saying DO is easy. And it is very, very, very difficult to even learn this technique, but I love doing something that requires much more effort. And yes, double underhand, which is like this, is going to require more effort, and you're going to be limited for the most part in how high you can go with the steel that you bend with this technique. By far, this has been proven, the double overhand technique has been proven to be the one for the most people gives them the most power. Although not always. Some people find the double overhand to be better for them. And actually, both of them, if your technique is right, are good power techniques in order to bend big steel. Far and away much better than the reverse technique. Those are the three main styles. If you have any other questions, what I want you to do is just go below and check out the links in the description box. I've got two of the best resources you're ever going to find about steel bending right there. It's the Nail Bending Ebook and Nail Bending DVD. Until the next video, I wish you all the best in your training, and if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment. Take care.